everyone, it's story time. Today's story is called The Lion Inside, and it's written by Rachel Bright and Jim Field. On the back, the blurb says, "You don't have to be big and brave to find your roar." Being little isn't always easy, but when Mouse sets off on a journey to find his roar, he discovers that even the smallest creature can have the heart of a lion. Sounds very exciting. Look at this beautiful lion drawn here, and a little mouse sat on his head. Let's have a look. In a dry, dusty place where the sand sparkled gold stood a mighty, flat rock, all craggy and old. And under the rock, in a tiny full house, lived the littlest, quietest, meekest brown mouse. So at the top and at the bottom of this beautiful big rock lives the tiny mouse in his little house. He was so very tiny and so incredibly small that nobody ever noticed him, ever at all. He got trod on and sat on, ignored and forgotten. Yes, mouse life was tough. I wonder how he must have felt. I think he would have felt really sad to be all on his own all the time. Meanwhile, far above, on top of the rock, times were quite different. It was lion o'clock. This huge, toothsome creature made sure everyone saw how important he was and how loud he could roar. Oh my goodness. Lions do roar very loudly. He was the head of the pack. He was shouty and tough. He loved showing the crowd that he was made of strong stuff. Yes, all were impressed by this mighty King Cat. If only, thought Mouse, could be more like that. Poor Mouse, here he is, look. And everyone's looking how amazing the lion is. And he's feeling rather glum, isn't he, the mouse? Then late one night, in his Minnie Mouse bed, the cleverest thought popped into his head. He jumped up from the covers and held up a paw. "I've got it," he said. "What I need is a roar." I mean, what if this mouse with the weeniest squeak was a little more grrr and a little less meek? Well, he'd still be the smallest of fuzzy brown mice, but he'd be making friends and join in, and life would be nice. Yes, thought the mouse, I must find out how. I will learn how to roar, and I will learn now. But, oh my gosh, there was only one beast that could teach him this thing, but might make him a feast. Oh, who could it be then? Who could the person be that could help him? Oh, did someone say it? The lion. Yeah, but he might eat him, so he's a little bit frightened, isn't he? It was time to be strong. Take a chance. After all, forever was such a long time to feel so small. So he made himself brave, and he thought like a winner. He set off for the top, hoping not to be dinner. It felt like the scariest thing he could do, but if you want things to change, you first have to change you. So it's about facing your fear, not being afraid, and trying, having a go so that things will change, isn't it? The further he climbed, the closer he got to the slumbering lion reclining on top. Then at last, as he stood on his tippy toes, he found himself suddenly nose to nose. Pardon me. Wake up, Mr. Lion. You've got some company. Mr. Lion, I've come to you. Do you think you could teach me your roar? Oh, he's very asleep, isn't he? Look, his eyes have opened. A silence befouled them that twinkling plain. Lion opened his eyes and puffed out his mane. Time slowed right down. Why, it felt like a week. Then he opened his mouth and let out an... Oh my goodness, what's happened here? The lion is afraid of the mouse. Oh my goodness, we weren't expecting that, were we? The lion was shaking. His paws were a-fuddle. He was backing away and with a scrambling tumble. Don't hurt me, he whimpered. Oh, try to be nice. Well, my goodness, this lion was frightened of mice. Don't worry. Don't worry, Mr. Lion, Mouse peeped. I'm a friend, not a foe. Let's rock this together. We'll have fun, don't you know? Oh, he feels a bit braver now, I think, doesn't he? That was a magical moment for sure, when the mouse didn't feel at all small anymore. He had found his true voice and learnt to speak out. And for that, you don't need to roar or shout. From that day and always, the two were a pair. They both liked that rock better, now that rock was to share. The mouse still felt big in his head, and the lion, he roared, but with laughter instead. Yes, that day they both learnt, no matter what your size, we all have a mouse and a lion inside. That's really important, isn't it? It's really important to remember that you are as brave as you can be and it's all inside of you. Let's have a think about that. That was a lovely story, wasn't it? I'll see you soon. Bye.